Welcome everybody to another episode of 60 Seconds. I know I said the 200 days challenge was gonna be the last episode of 2026, but come on now everybody. I have to play at least one more episode of this game. I am gonna try the yes to everything challenge. If you don't know how that works, I have to say yes to every single scenario, and if it's not a yes or no question, but one with like 3 options, I always have to choose the first one. The goal of it is to see if I can get rescued by saying yes to everything. We are gonna see if we can get rescued right now. If you guys cool, take down with that. Everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go. So what we're gonna do is go Sarbama for your mama. I'm gonna go with Dolores too, because I guess it doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna try to get as many items as I can. And I think that I'm gonna try to get all the family that I can. And I think that's pretty much all the rules. Like, you just say yes to every scenario, no matter what it is. And then if it's an option, like 3 options, like the book, the map, or the padlock, you always just choose the first option. You know what I mean? So I don't choose the middle one or the last one. I always have to choose the first one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to scavenge like the first couple days and send somebody out. And I need the radio. I need the radio. I need the radio. I need the radio. That's super important. That's one of the most important things ever. Okay, get that. Get that. Oh, I didn't get the Boy Scout book. You know what? It is what it is. I'm just gonna jump in the bunker. Let the yes to everything challenge begin. I feel like this gives me good luck. That's why I keep doing it. It's like one of those things, everybody. You know, like after you poo, you have to wipe your ass. Like, it's one of those things. I have to do it, or else this whole run's gonna stink. It's gonna smell like upper lip. But we got the whole family. What I'm gonna do is feed them and give them water every 5 days as normal. So let's prepare to scavenge. And peculiar. It seems that the whole shelter has been shaking every couple of minutes, and it feels like it's getting stronger every time this happens.
Of course!
Here it comes again, and it's way worse. It's an earthquake. Hold on to something. Okay, so the military ending is gonna be that much more harder now because we saved the gas mask instead of the radio, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm sending out one of these mother suckers to go on a scavenge, and I think I might send the MVP Timmy. Don't quote me on this, but I feel like he has the best luck. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they are bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. It's time to wage war on these spiders. Okay, so this sucks the most ass, because if I don't do anything here, there is a chance that Mary Jane could turn into a mutant. But the fact that I'm using bug spray, it's kind of like killing the spider that turned Peter Parker into Spider-Man. Like, this shit pisses me off. But we killed the spiders, and we got a can of soup. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So let's give them water and soup and more random notes. But Timmy's back on day 9, everybody. All he came back with is nose drips and disappointment. Did he bring back anything good? He brought back 1 water and some ammo. Okay, so let's not give him anything yet. Let's prepare to scavenge, and we were never huge fans of mushrooms, but with a colony of them growing on one of the walls, we've changed our loyalties. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? Probably gonna get sick, especially on Sarbama, but I don't plan on being here long, everybody. Actually, nobody got sick. Nobody's sicker than they already are. Like, I know Timmy's sick, but let's give them that. And I'm gonna send out Ted this time. Because I don't know, something about it. He's just looking at me. I feel like he's going to come back with something good. There we go, everybody. Day 12. The phone ringing. That's going to be the start of the Siblings ending. I know we're going to need the map, and we're going to need the axe, and we're probably going to need the checkerboard to get out of here. So this should be pretty easy. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. Should we send someone to answer it? I'm gonna send Timmy again. I don't know, it's because I don't like Timmy anymore. He's a lot different than when I used to play this a few years ago. Like, he would always be the MVP. Now he's just pissing me off. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging info when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Okay, so that is the start of the twin ending, so that's good. And traitor alert, Timmy's salvage comic books are mostly harmless science fiction pulp. However, some of them don't feature the brave Astro Citizen Program astronauts, but cosmonauts. That boy is eating up Soviet propaganda. What a disgrace. Should we ban Timmy to the wasteland for his treacherous ways and dispose of the blasphemous comics? Bro, we really gonna send him outside of the bunker? Parent of the Year award, what the fuck? But day 14, we sent Timmy out. He's probably gonna get eaten by a pack of radiated dogs. But the deed is done. The traitor Timothy has been dealt with. Damn, they called him by his government. To think that enemies tried to whisper poisonous lies into our ears through the mouth of our family. Timmy took the comic books with him. It's clear where his loyalties lie. That's actually pretty freaking wild if you actually think about what just happened there. As we were about to start our book club discussion on the only book we've all read, the phone book, we were interrupted by rapid knocking at the door. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived the blast just like we did. They were doing much worse than us and begged us to provide them with any water, food, or medical supplies we could spare. Okay, so with this scenario, I'm just gonna have to choose the water, but we do have 4 water and how many soup do we have? We have 3.25. Okay, so choosing the water was actually the right choice here. And it's day 15. Need to feed the ladies. And Ted's still not back. I think he's dead. But let's give them water and soup. And we don't have the radio, so it doesn't even matter. Ted's coming back. Ted's not coming back. Ted's fucked. He's capital F. As soon as I open this notebook, I'm gonna see his dumbass face. Nope. Yesterday, during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell... And it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. Alright, so she's gonna fix the radio. Hell yeah, dude. Ted's definitely dead. There is no freaking way that he's been out there that long. I think it's been like 9 days. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course, and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. And Mary Jane's really tired. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. And wait, she didn't fix the radio? I thought she was gonna be smart, but she's still the same dumbass that she was the day before. But Ted's back. I actually thought he was dead. He's back on day 18. And he's sick, but he brought back so much stuff. You see all that water and soup? 5 soups, 4 waters. And the saddest part about the whole thing is that I'm not gonna give him water or soup anymore. He's just gonna die. The situation is simple. We're bored, it's too quiet, and we're desperately craving entertainment. The solution also seems simple. So we have to play the instrument, but we have to choose somebody to play it. I don't know if Ted's the best option, but you know what? We're doing what we gotta do. Imagine he dies. His hair grew. How the fuck you play that and then your hair just grows? Not bad, Ted. We knew he had some sense of rhythm. He has always enjoyed dancing. However, we never suspected him of the ability to create pleasant sounds with his mouth, ones that are actually worth listening to. That was entertaining. Speak for yourself, I'm not entertained. A young man paid us a visit today. He told us a story of his brave twin sister who went missing while spying in a nearby bandit camp. He said that while these circumstances are far from perfect, they were in fact meaning to contact us eventually and meet us. He believes his sister was discovered and is currently held captive in that camp. He has a few men, but he could use all the help he can get. Should we help him out? Okay, Ted, you know what to do, buddy. I kind of wish that if we had those people with the 4 arms and the 5 legs, like if we had them on our side, they could actually help us with that ending and we can get it a lot faster. But I guess that would make too much sense for this game. Like if those people with the 4 arms had our back, wouldn't they have our back if we went to go help out the twins? Like, doesn't that make sense? The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Yeah, and then everybody stood up and cheered, right? Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. Crazy, small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. And then Mary Jane is back, but there is nothing else about Mary Jane. So nobody's gonna go out. But I think that I have to feed Mary Jane soon or she's gonna die, right? Or did I give her food and water? I can't remember. My mind is all over the place. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. Oh no. This is not what I want to do. I wanted to get the twin ending, but if I start this scenario, I'm gonna end up getting the cat ending. And I definitely do not want the cat inside this bunker because I think it makes Ted sick. And then I think the cat does some things, right? It does things to us. I don't know what it does. There's an armed and dangerous woman outside. Fortunately, she's out of ammo. She tells us she hunts the wild beasts of the wastes. And right now, she's on a trail of a giant mutated spider. We're pretty sure she's lost her mind. What are you gonna do with that spider, lady? Put on a leash? She promises that if we help her, she will return the favor another day. I bet you she won't. But yeah, like I said, we haven't gotten Sherikov the cat in the bunker in many playthroughs, so I can't remember exactly what the cat does. But I know the cat eats like all the water, or no, the cat eats all the soup. And I don't think the cat drinks the water, but I think that it eats all the soup. Ted and Mary Jane have been butting heads lately. Today they got into an argument about movie characters, specifically who would win in an ultimate battle, mutated Godzilla or mutated King Kong. It's a tricky one for sure, and the debate is heated. Who will come out on top? I guess whoever Mary Jane chose, but that's not gonna make Ted leave the bunker, right? I mean, I don't care if his ugly ass leaves the bunker anyway because he's sick, but Mary Jane objectively won the debate with the sheer volume of her voice. A few hours into the shouting, Ted was begging her to stop, complaining about a nauseating headache. Mary Jane was satisfied, Ted less so. Ted seems to have developed an allergy to our furry guests. He's been coughing and sneezing all night long. We should try giving him some medication, or he should stop being a little bitch. And more random notes. But yeah, Shouldve and Ted do not mix, but luckily for us, we don't really give a double doggy style damn about Ted. And Shouldve moving all around the bunker is making me feel a little uneasy, I'm not gonna lie. Claustrophobia is difficult to fight against, especially in a little cluttered bunker. Maybe if we could open the door for just a few minutes, let some air in. Can we at least put a gas mask on Dolores? Because I don't care if anybody else dies, but if she dies, then our run is over. And they didn't get sick. Shouldve is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it, and it's not far. Should we take a quick trip and see what's there? I mean, why not, right, everybody? Nothing wrong with a little family trip, little bonding. I guess the family bonding did not go as planned. We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the wastes, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently, it belonged to their dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Shouldve, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Okay, but we know that the cat is coming back. And if you didn't know, everybody, spoiler alert, the cat is coming back. And the cat is going to give us, like, multiple endings that we can get. But it's going to take a long time, so I'd rather get the twin ending. Not because it's going to take a long time, but it's a little complicated to get those endings. We were about to go to sleep when we heard someone knocking on our door. Who could it be at this hour? Who could it be in this part of the wasteland? How in the hell did they serve the nuke? Should we open up? Imagine it's Timmy, everybody, and he brought back like a gang that he joined, like a random biker gang, but it's nobody. And nobody got sick. Someone started shooting at us. It was Timmy. I promise you it was Timmy. He had a gun. We closed the hatch as quickly as we could, but a shot or two grazed us. Mary Jane was injured? Oh shit, my bad, Mary Jane. Okay, so she put a band-aid over her bullet wound. That's how we do it over here in the waste, everybody. We tough. The siblings are back. Their group is growing bigger with each passing day as they pick up tired and hungry survivors and nurse them back to health. However, so far they only have one tent and soon they will run out of space. Oh, they meant run out of space. Bro, this is a 10-year-old game. Shit still got a typo? Right now, they're scouting the town, looking for a good spot to build a bigger camp, and they could really use a map. I really can't believe I've been playing this shit for 10 years. But I think I have all the items that I need to get rescued by the siblings. I have the map, I have the axe, and I have the checkerboard, which I think that they're gonna need. We were happy to see them again. We quickly handed them our map and pointed out several locations that might be worth checking out. They left before it got dark to still get a few hours of scouting in daylight, but they said they would definitely be back again to share some news and a friendly chat. We hope they find a good place. Maybe we could visit them when the camp is ready? To our surprise, we found Shouldve back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates? Our kind hearts? Optimism? Nah, it's the smell. And the injury to Mary Jane may take a while to heal, and Dolores will not last long without water. Our supplies are scarce, and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby. You mean the ones that you just helped? The ones that you gave a map to? What the fuck are you on? Oh, mostly old folks? Okay, it's just old folks, everybody. I mean, they only got a couple years left. Invading those old people was a horrible idea. Oh, shit, it was? As soon as we approached their hideout, we heard their horrible battle cries. Is that how you treat your grandma, young man? You should be ashamed. We quickly went back to the shelter, and now nobody wants to talk about it. It's probably for the best. Yeah, everybody. Let's keep that on the hush, okay? We don't tell anybody about that. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Shouldve found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it be? Or should we examine that wire? I'm examining the hell out of that wire. Matter of fact, I'm examining the Holy Ghost out of that wire, because that is also an ending. But it's day 35, and we followed the wire outside and found a half-burnt-out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here, and the car had no wheels. Okay, so that's the start of the shady scientist ending or something like that. The last time we went out on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank. No! That shit might blow up in Dolores' face and I have to choose her. Oh, fuck. Please, 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 please. No. Okay. Woo! Yo, sometimes that shit blows up in their face. And it's sad when you send out like Timmy or Mary Jane and you realize they got blown to smithereens. The tank might have been badly damaged on the outside, but we found a working radio inside and made contact with the military. They are willing to lend us a hand, but we need to have an operational radio ready for their transmission in our shelter. Oh, so that's how you can start the military ending? I probably knew that, but I forgot. But the agents who are spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? I mean, we have to. We don't really have the choice, you know what I mean? Imagine telling the agents that we're doing a yes to everything challenge and we have to hear them out. But I think they told us that we have to survive, something like that. They were agents, real live secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. Man, they probably bought that shit on Amazon, bro. They weren't listening in on us. It was the cat they were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they come back soon with more information. Okay, so Mary Jane is still hurt, and I kind of want to send her out. But you would expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet since, you know, most of the people aren't around anymore. Yet, here we have someone at the door. When we opened it up, we encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asked us to trade him a water chip. A water chip? What the hell is that? The visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip, or that we didn't know what that one was. He did help himself to the water we offered him and explained the chip is of utmost importance. Before we learn anything more, he left for the wasteland. Mutated rodents are attacking our supplies. We're not sure if they're rats, feral bunnies, or just mutated hamsters. All of these options are pretty grim. We could use spare ammunition or something else to get rid of every one of those pests. Okay, so we're gonna use the axe, but I swear to Buddha, if the axe accidentally breaks, I will shut this game off and you'll never see this video. Thank you. Okay, so we killed the rats, and while Mary Jane was rummaging through our belongings, she found a single plant seed. We have no idea what kind of seed it is, but maybe it's the start of something great. If we're lucky, it might be an apple tree, or a cherry tree, or something edible. We need to use a bottle of water to plant it. How about that? We have 3 1/4. Fuck. Okay, so we're just wasting a bottle of water just so we can make her little plant. What happened? Mary Jane's injuries were enough to make her angry at us, or at least the fact that we decided not to do anything about them. Are you freaking kidding me? So she wanted to plant a plant seed and then she just ran away? We played a game of list the things you hate the most, and our neighbor's name kept coming up for some reason. That reminded us that that little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what's inside. Maybe now's the time to finally find out. But who will do the honors of stealing the possessions of our arch nemesis? It's gonna be Dolores, just making sure I gave her water and some soup. Please? Okay, I was just making sure I didn't hear like that gunshot sound. And she's sick. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna get an ending, but we got some ammo. And using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top-secret mission that will surely land us the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, but I only have Dolores, everybody. So I'm not gonna be able to come back into the bunker. Unless Sheriff Cove... Come on, bro. Okay, wait. Hold on. Calm down. We did it. We did an expedition. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. I thought that after we left the bunker with nobody in it, the raiders were gonna take over, but I guess not. So let me actually read what it said. That recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting with each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seemed to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. I didn't even realize that. Like, they probably have, like, the craziest shit bucket of all time. Well, we only have 2 bottles of water, and we only have 4 more times that we're gonna be able to give Dolores water, so please rescue us. Today, we met a bunch of people dressed in what looked like Halloween doctor outfits. They claimed to be a field hospital, moving from place to place and attempting to help those hurt by the hazards of the wasteland. The problem is, some of their supplies got eaten by something that looked like a Sasquatch. They're asking us if we have any spare hydrogen peroxide. I mean, I have to. It's not like I have the option. I have to give it to you, so hurry up and heal me, because those are the people that can actually heal Dolores. But yeah, Dolores is quite ill. And a young singer approached our shelter this morning, encumbered by 2 different guitars, a big backpack, and a weird contraption holding a harmonica in front of his face. He asked for some supplies in exchange for a folk song or 2. Okay, hold on. Alright, so that should be good. Let's give him that. He is going to give us a radio. I am pretty nervous about Dolores' health. So, an ending right now would be pretty freaking nice. I'm just saying. And our ammo's missing, but we don't have a flashlight. Can somebody give us something good? Day 48. Come on now, everybody. We're almost at 50 days in. One thing you don't expect is a band of people all dressed in green showing up at your door and claiming they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let those clowns in? They might provide some quality entertainment. I mean, look at the bunker, everybody. We don't have shit. My dead husband is literally right there, skeleton and all, with that ugly wig on the top of his head. Give us something good, my man. Come on. I need the green pajamas to come through. They stole our freaking map and the radio? Yo, they are bitches, bro. They're bitchy bitches. Tentacles? Tentacles everywhere. Is that a monster from Mars? Wait, they're not tentacles. It's the damn plant Mary Jane is growing. It has mutated and it is out of control. Are those teeth? They're huge. We need to do something. I can't believe that Mary Jane left, but not before giving us that mutated plant. Like, she really planted that seed, literally. And the green pajama dudes, we're already poor. Like, we barely had shit in our bunker, and they still stole the map and the radio. So fuck them and the green-ass pajamas. Well, let's give her that. And when the group dressed in lab coats came over a while back asking for water, we had doubts about their identities, but no more. Oh, wait. They actually healed Dolores? Oh, fuck yeah, mate. Dolores was cured from her illness. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Dolores' wounds are patched up. That's what I'm talking about. Our town used to be a very quaint and friendly place before the blast. One of the townsfolk we often recall is the old man Jim, who would sometimes limp through our street. Turns out he's alive and well, and still homeless. Some things never change. He clearly misses us as much as we miss him. He's been banging on our shelter door for the past few hours, asking whether we want to buy a rock. Okay, so I think with the twin scenario, the fact that we invaded, like, the old retirement home or whatever, and we have, like, this handprint right here, I think the siblings no longer fuck with us. Clearly, we're trustworthy after our last successful mission, as the agents came back with another request. We are to generously provide either a couple soup cans or some water bottles for an agent in the field. They'll take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and a promise of a better future in a safe government shelter. You mother suckers, bro. I cannot believe this. Damn. That sucks Donkey Kong Dong. There is no way that I'm gonna be able to get that ending. And I'm also not even gonna get the twin ending anymore. So I am so fucked. If Shouldve considers our shelter its home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and Shouldve should hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch that cat could lead to our untimely deaths. Should we try to play with him? I guess. I mean, if you try to play with cats, I guess you have to risk the consequences, right? Like, I know that bitch is gonna scratch you. Yup, and it did, because she's injured. We actually rubbed its head before it ran away in panic. It was nice and soft. They say petting a fluffy animal is good for you, and sure enough, we feel slightly better. Who came up with this idea? This is a wild beast. It can't be tamed. The encounter has left us with both physical and emotional scars. One thing's for sure, we won't ever try to pet it again. Wait, that's one big contrast between those two sentences right there. So they say petting a fluffy animal is good for you, and sure enough, we feel slightly better. So you feel better, but then now you have physical and emotional scars? Like, which one is it? Looks like that rock we got from old man Jim a while ago really does bring luck. Jim visited us again today, but instead of rocks, he was carrying a big bottle of clean, fresh water. We don't know where he got it, but we were pleased when he shared some with us. It should keep us hydrated and moist for a while. Moist is insane, everybody. Why would it keep us moist for a while? And a stranger pushing a rusty wheelbarrow filled with all kinds of good stopped by today. Too bad I don't have even one of those items. That is actually batshit crazy. But I don't think that we're gonna get an ending, everybody. Actually, someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful, red-haired woman accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type who was probably her guard. Okay, so if we get the suitcase, there is a chance that we could do the fishing scenario, and then maybe we can get, like, a can of soup or two, and then maybe we can give it to the scientists. I mean, that's the only option that I can have. Yep, they're requesting the water or the soup again. So I need to find a way to either get the soup or the water, or we're never gonna get an ending. Like I said, the twin ending is completely gone because we did something bad and we got bad karma. There's a man on our doorstep and he wants to be our friend. At least that's what he says. He looks harmless, although he seems to have acquired an extra pair of arms. Okay, wait. So they will help us fight off the next raiding party that comes our way. So I have to do that one. So now I'm down another can of soup. Last water, everybody. So we are fucked. And also, we don't have anything to protect us from the, like, congestion in the shelter. So Dolores is gonna get sick again. This is tougher than I thought, only because I think I was super unprepared with the items. And those green pajama dudes, man. They freaking robbed me. And now there's a gang of firefighters outside. So yeah, this is the end, everybody. I don't know why it's the end. I had an axe. What just happened? Oh, Dolores suffered with her injuries for far too long. When the infection spread, there was nothing we could do. Damn, they really said, you can't do shit, buddy. All right, so that's it. I wanted to just try it one time. And obviously, we didn't get a good ending. So as you can see here, I said no 0 times, and I said yes 14 times, and we survived 62 days. I mean, low-key, if we had a little bit more water, we probably could have made it to 100 days. But yeah, that was the yes to everything challenge. I think I want to try it one more time. If you want to see me attempt it again in a future episode, make sure you give this video one big fat like. And tell a friend today that Jay from the Kubz Scouts is that dude!